Hi everyone, I'm so excited to share my t-shirt upcycle with you and walk you through how to make one too. This was a challenge for me, inspired by an amazing YouTuber named April who posted a similar video on her channel. Please definitely check out her channel, Coolirpa, when you get the chance. She is such an inspiration for the entire community here on YouTube. You can find a link to her video and a list of all the supplies down in the description. Before we start, this is what the t-shirts look like before. I spent a total of $4 for these, and I wanted larger size t-shirts for two reasons. One, for more fabric to use in my creation, and two, the length is good for a dress. But I am only 5 feet tall, so if you're taller than that, you may need to add an extra panel to make it longer. So my idea for the design is focused on the back side of the dress, as shown in this clip of the sketch in progress from my last video. I am thinking a very simple but cool macrame design for the back of a halter style dress. The dress shape itself, I want it to be very simple and almost basic so that you can wear it comfortably and to a variety of events. First, I put the dress on my dress form and pinned in all the areas I may want tighter, the waist, the armhole, and the side seams, to make it more form-fitting and less like a bag. Next, I cut off the sleeves at the seams and then thought it would be cute to keep it similar to a tunic dress, but since these shirts are adult extra large, the armholes are huge and I can't leave them the way they are. So I scratched that idea and stuck to the original plan of a halter with a low back. I took out the pins and then marked the shape of the neckline, the armhole, and then the back neckline with chalk. Then I made sure to leave some room to finish off the seams. So I actually changed my design again. I originally wanted this to be a halter top, but after working with it, I wanted it to be a little more classy, so I'm keeping the back slightly more covered aside from the deep V. I then took the shirt off the dress form and then separated the front and back panels. And to be honest, I actually thought that I didn't need to separate the panels, but it'll be easier to create a better fitting dress this way. Using an existing sleeveless top I liked, I traced the front and back armholes using my chalk again. This way, it should fit me pretty well. Moving on, I added a 1/2 inch seam allowance so that I can finish off the edges later, fold the panels in half lengthwise, and then cut out the armholes and created a smooth line along the side seams for a nice transition. It doesn't need to be perfect here, just smooth and subtle. This way it helps the dress fit slightly closer to the body. Next, I want to take the other t-shirt and cut off about 3.5 inches from the bottom. Cut the panels into 2, and this will be my bottom panel for the dress. After I tried the dress on, it was a little shorter than I wanted it to be, so I'm adding these panels so that I don't have to worry about exposing myself. I then pinned the panels along the existing seam and then sewed it using a small zigzag stitch. I did this for both the front and back panels. Once that is done, it's time to put all the panels together. With the wrong sides together, I sewed the shoulder seams and the side seams. Then I finished off the seams with the serger, which you don't have to do since it's jersey and jersey doesn't fray, but I like my seams very clean. Moving on to the armhole and necklines, I just folded the seam over twice at about 1/8 of an inch and sewed using a longer straight stitch all the way around. Now since that's done, I'm putting it back onto the dress form to create the macrame design on the back. Make sure to flip your dress inside out before you put it back on your dress form. To create the strips, I took the other shirt and cut strips that are 3/4 wide. I need 10 total of these for my pattern. After they're cut, I took each piece and pulled them until they rolled onto themselves to create string. I pinned one piece of string along the top to create an anchor for the pattern to attach to, and since I didn't know much about macrame, I looked up an amazing tutorial that I used to create the pattern. You can find the link in the description as well. Definitely use that as your reference if you recreate this part. Basically, I first attached 3 pieces of string onto the anchor using a lark's head knot. Pinned the ends of the center string to the deepest part of my back cutout as a center vertical anchor. And then create a square knot and reverse square knot with the inner strands of the outer strings. Pin the ends of the strands onto the neckline, and then I did the same for the outer strands. Added 1 piece of string on each side onto the anchor for a total of 5, and again did a square knot and reverse square knot. Pin the ends of those next to the others on the neckline. Added 2 more on either side, did the knots again, and then pinned them for a total of 7. And then added my last 2 pieces of string, made the knots, and then pinned them for a complete total pattern of 9 pieces of string. I readjusted the pattern and spacing to my liking, sewed them all into place using a regular straight stitch at a longer length setting, and then finally snipped off the extra pieces of string, and my dress is done.
I want you to show me how to get to know someone like you, someone like you. I want you to know me, 'cause I know then you'll see can be true. We can be true. I want you to see what I see in us. Something so real, something so real. I want you to see that.
It didn't turn out or fit exactly as I planned, but that's the beauty of life and art. I hope this video inspires you to try something you've never done before and see where it leads you. Subscribe and hit the little bell to be notified for my next video, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and want to see more DIYs, thrifted designs, illustrations, and more. If you have any suggestions for videos you want to see, write that in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!